Hello and welcome back to Yonderpreneur. In this video, we're going over two new exciting Japanese visa options to make Japan your new home. I'm talking about the brand new J-Skip and J-Find visas that Japan introduced. It also brought in the digital nomad visa at the same time. I'll talk about that briefly later. These new visas were introduced to help boost the Japanese economy and help with the labor shortage. In this video, we're going to go over the J-Skip and the J-Find visas. We're going to go over their requirements, their application procedures, and the details around them. If you want to know more about the digital nomad visa for Japan, check out my last video. That's where I went over most of the details surrounding that. But now let's get into this video and to talk about why these new visas are actually so important for the Japanese economy. Japan is facing significant economic challenges. Japan has the oldest population in the world of all the other countries. 28.2% of Japan's population is actually over 65 years old. While this Japanese citizen's life expectancy is very impressive, and other Western countries like the United States and Canada and the UK could all take a very important look at Japan and see what we could copy to make our citizens live the same length. However, this longevity, unfortunately, creates issues with the healthcare and the pension systems in a country. Fewer young people means fewer taxpayers. So that means we only have two other solutions. Either A, we increase taxes on the existing taxpayers, or we reduce the amount that people will get in their pensions and their health care. However, there is a third option that a lot of developed nations do to increase their taxpayer base, and that is through immigration. So that's why Japan has introduced these three new visas, the J-Skip, the J-Find, and the Digital Nomad, to increase the amount of talented individuals they attract into their country. So let's start with the J-Skip visa. The J-Skip visa is definitely designed for someone who's a little bit further in their career, someone who has a little bit more experience, perhaps a little bit older. The requirements for the J-Skip visa are as follows. Applicants must hold a bachelor's degree or equivalent. Applicants need a job offer from a Japanese employer in their field of specialization. The job must meet a certain salary threshold, which varies based on the qualifications, the industry, the regional cost of living, and if you have any dependents coming with you. You also have to do a health check, which with my experience in Japan is basically just a doctor's note saying that you're in clean health. You also have to submit a criminal record check from your current country of residence. With the way this visa's been designed, I think it's definitely trying to attract people who are more in like the medicine, the technology, the engineering. They're looking for people with years of experience for this visa. If you do meet the requirements to meet the J-Skip visa and you are granted one, it gives you a 5-year visa to live in Japan. And then after that, you can either apply for permanent residence or you can actually apply for citizenship at that point as well. Next up is the J-Find visa. This is more targeted towards people who are at the very beginning of their careers rather than someone who has years of experience already. The requirements for the J-Find visa are as follows. Applicants must be 18 years or older. They must have a bachelor's degree, master's degree, or PhD from an eligible university list within the last 5 years. They must have 200,000 yen in personal savings, which is about $1,200. The J-Find visa allows you to live in Japan up to 2 years, 1 year, and then you're allowed to renew it for another year. The goal of the J-Find visa, which is unique compared to other visas, is that it is for you to find a job in Japan. You don't have to have a job in Japan before you get to Japan. You can live in Japan before you have a job, so you can find a job in Japan. While these visas are a step in the right direction for Japan, the global talent market is highly competitive. Countries like the United States, the UAE, and several other European nations, not all European nations, but some, offer lower taxes and higher salaries, whereas Japan's tax rate is actually significantly high. And the yen being a weaker currency also dissuades a lot of people from choosing Japan over some other nation with a potentially stronger currency like the US dollar. The J-Skip and J-Fine visas are really good progress for Japan, don't get me wrong. Japan being resistant to immigration for many, many years, this is definitely a step in the right direction. Just might have to offer a little bit more incentive to make these visas worth someone's while. In the meantime, these visas will be really attractive to anybody who still loves Japan for Japan. Many good reasons to live in Japan, like the safety, the culture, the cuisine, the infrastructure. All these things are incredible in Japan, and it's part of the reason why I'm currently calling Japan home. If you want more information about Japan, or you want help with an application or help choosing what kind of visa works best for you, don't hesitate to reach out to me at Yonderpreneur. I will happily answer any of your questions or leave them in the comments below. For now, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.